All right, I was muted for that, wasn't I? Good morning, evening, afternoon, and night, wherever you are. I hope you're doing amazing. You can see me. There we go. Uh, Sorry, I had like two cameras. Well, I do have two cameras, one for TikTok and one for this one, and they are not looking in the same direction at all. Like my production value today is quite poor. But I did manage to do my intro without my dog actually being all, I'm gonna interrupt it because he's actually having his own food, which is amazing. Anyway, I hope you are doing well, and let me just see if I have my correct mic set up. I did not check that. Nope, nope, never mind. I'll fix that. Okay, I'll fix that. This is not the way I'm supposed to sound. Okay, I'm actually very happy that I got to check that. Is it better? I think the sound should be a little bit better. I have been experimenting with camera angles for the cooking streams a little bit. So up there, down there, wherever. I'm still kind of working on it and trying to find a good one, but I have not had much success with that. Oh, that's way worse. That is way worse than what we had, isn't it? Okay, well there we go. I figured this one makes me look taller, so that's amazing. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I do like this angle though. I think it's decent. As per TikTok, that one just sucks, but I don't really know where to put my phone at all. Also, I am not in love with my front camera for from this phone, I guess, because it doesn't really work as well with lightning as the previous ones. So I feel like it's a little blurry. I really hope that I'm just imagining things, but we'll see. Also, Aeon of Sorrow, hello and welcome back. What's up? How are you doing? I'm doing well today. Today, I actually was a bit confused on when my day starts and when it ends. So I didn't like get a lot of sleep. So what I did is I took a nap from like I don't know 3 till 5 p.m. just to do you know like when you play RPGs with the option to basically go to bed and end the day and or just kind of like go to your camp, kind of like in Baldur's Gate when you like go to camp even though you're not really like going to sleep, but you just like go there and like you restart the cycle or restart the day. That's pretty much what I had to do. Because my day didn't really end at nighttime, and when it did end with all of the stuff that I had to do, it was 3 p.m. on the next day. So I was like, hmm, it's like, what am I even supposed to do now? It's like, the next day just start? Like, I'm just sitting here, it's 3 p.m. on a Sunday. I'm still convincing myself it's Saturday, and I'm still like doing my quests from yesterday that I didn't really get to finish. So I just kind of decided to go and take a nap to just kind of I don't know, feel like it's morning, I suppose, even though it really is not. It is indeed 6 p.m. on the next day, at least for me right now. So yeah, I just have to start dealing with that. But yeah, I feel good today. We are making some awesome food that technically, since I have reset my day, is my breakfast. Well, it's a good actually it's a very good choice for winter, and it's really cool because what you can do is regardless of your diet, you can adjust it and make sure that you are still getting the full value of your meal. So, what I'm going to read is the original version of the stew. But of course, if you're vegetarian, you can basically take the meat and replace it with like either soy bits or like the actual little like soy steaks. Like, I don't actually know the English name for it, but you can do that. Or you can just, I don't know, have pretty much anything else that you like. But today we are going to attempt to make it as such. So, as per Skybuilders Stew, which is, by the way, from the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook, that's where I make these, like all of my recipes from. I always do read the lore, and this one comes from, surprise, surprise, from Carthas, where it is cold as shit and you really need food like this. We're gonna read a little bit of lore from that as well. Legs, welcome back. What's up? Looking forward to another jump scare. I hope not. Although, okay, now you're getting okay. Now you're this camera angle actually allows you to see what my life looks like on a daily basis. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. This is what I deal with every single day. So as I sit here, you're gonna see exactly what happens on my couch. Not you on TikTok. Unfortunately, you don't get to see this shit show, but on Twitch you do, which you are more than welcome to do as well. And thank you so much for liking the stream. Make sure to continue to do so that we can get it on that For You page. And yeah, baby definitely got the zoomies. Look at him. I mean, I allow him to go on the couch because I think I would have to do entirely too much management if I didn't. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Is that how we're gonna do things today? Are you for real? I think he's for real. Anyway, anyways, let me read you. The Karthas. Where is it? Karthas lore. Which is, I don't think it's going to spoil anything to anyone. This is a part of the, well, late Realm Reborn / Heavensward. But yeah, there's no spoilers here, so we're just going to read a little bit of the lore first. So, it says, Kurthas is home to a great many things. The city-state of Ishgard, the windy peaks of Zalfathol, I'm probably misreading that, and copious amounts of rock salt. It was in Kurthas that I first ran into Gyon and started on our crazy journey. The Warrior of Light spent a lot of time trekking all over Kurthas, giving me lots of neat places to visit Kupo. They even reminded me of all the neighboring areas of Dravania, like Edelshire and even Mog Home. My home. Have you been there? It's lovely. Also, Gameplay Boy, hi and welcome. What's up? Thanks so much for dropping by. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. And thank you to everyone on TikTok who is liking the stream, supporting the stream, and all of that such. Hope you're having a good day. Anyway, Mogria, am I misreading that? I think I am. Mogria, we are supposed to be talking about the food here. Ah, right, yes, Kupo. That's the Namazu. Yes, right, Kupo. I love Giovanni and Kupo nuts. They are so different from the ones found in the Black Shroud, and I always carry some during my travels to remind me of home. Okay, so that's for Karthas, and there is a separate bit of lore for the stew. Let me find it. Page 95. Was it? Yes. Okay, so as per the Skybuilders Stew, I may be a Mughal, but I am not very good at mending things. The nice people at the Firmament saw me wander in with Yuhan and asked if I could help with the repairs, but I'm pretty hopeless when it comes to that stuff. They asked if I could at least serve soup for the workers, but I'm not sure I did such a good job with that either, Kupo. But everyone left with a smile, and the soup is quite tasty, so enjoy. So today we're gonna make this, well, a version of this soup. What you need for this is a large pot with a lid, spatula, medium saucepan, whisk, and food. That we're gonna go through right now. So I have it prepped already on the side because I kind of wanted to get a little bit of a head start on it as well. So the first thing that you need to do is, regardless of whether you're using this is gonna be a bit weird. For example, like if you're vegetarian and if you want to use like soy bits, what you want to do is basically put them in the water and have them soak in seasoning, which is here suggested to be salt and pepper. So I'm not sure how that exactly is going to work. As per meat eaters, what you can do is generously season the chicken with salt and pepper and set aside. Okay, so basically I have my ingredients prepped on the side somewhat. So I'm just gonna be doing that well while we're hanging out, right? You wanna hang out here? You do, don't you? That's his tail banging into the oven. Hello. You won. He's not used to not being able to bully me while I'm streaming, because what he normally does is he just jumps into my lap, is being disruptive in all the possible ways, and in general just takes a great amount of pleasure in just not letting me do my work. I'm trying. I'm trying to adjust the camera as well. So, there we go. Okay. Well, my son is not here for today, but I think I will have leftovers for him. That's nasty. Okay, I hate this. I do hate this part. Okay, that's not what I want to do. I hate this. Okay. All right, I don't normally do this ever. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna take a few of these bits. Perfect. Perfect. Like that. Great. Amazing. That's nasty. Okay. I really do hate prepping this kind of food. It's like, who doesn't hate touching this? I'm so sorry for normal people. This is just a very normal activity, but I don't, unless I'm actually prepping something like this on stream. Yeah, this is like the first part that you wanna. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna put that aside. I have to give a shout out to Luneth, who did help me with this and did cut these for me into bits and pieces. So technically, he is, in a very vicarious way, a part of today's stream, because I have received assistance for this kind of stuff. Because I'm sorry, but I don't cook and I don't know how to deal with this. I really don't. It's like I'm getting like, I don't know, like I'm getting these weird frights because like the pieces of meat, right? They look normal, but at the same time, I don't know, like these like there are these like white like parts of it that really look like worms. And like I'm just like holding it and I'm just trying to hold it like very still, and in my mind I'm just like sitting there waiting for it to start moving, and I'm just like there letting my brain terrify myself into like thinking that I'm actually operating with a food full of worms, which I'm really not. I'm really not. That there's nothing here that is contaminated in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. Way to deal with this. Get your hands. Yes, I just don't want to. Also, Street Hog fan, welcome back. What's up? How are you today? Like, I do not have worms in my bowl. I cannot reiterate that enough. It's just, I don't know. It looks wormy. Okay. This snow day. Oh, I would hate that. I do hate. Ah! I hate this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let me like wash my hands and then continue to do this. Ew. Okay. I don't like doing this. At all. Like, at all. nasty bit. All of this is a nasty bit. Okay, so what did it even say? It said generously put pepper and salt. We're gonna be a little less generous with pepper because I am a little allergic to it, but I really don't think that it will affect me in any way, shape, or form, especially when it comes to this. So I'm just gonna, yeah, generous. What does generous even mean? Like, do I just do I pour it? Do I just sprinkle it and then put my hands in there and just rub it in? Is that how you do it? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, is this sugar? We are off to a very bad start. Very bad. A very bad start of the day. Why is it all the way there? I grabbed the thing that was in my reach. Why? Well, we are off to quite a start. Yes, I need to label my jars. I was talking, and the problem with that jar is that I use that jar a lot. I use it when I make coffee and such, and that's just not. That was the wrong one. That was. Okay. Is there a chance that if. No, it's. Okay. Didn't see that. Nothing happened. It's fine. It's fine. I will just. We're just gonna ignore that. You're just going to ignore. Sorry, flour can easily be. I know it sucks, but at least I noticed it. So what I have, instead of using the salt and pepper separately, which by the way, I don't know where my salt is, which is the main problem, and the reason why this even was somehow allowed to happen. I have this, which is something that I bought in Greece ages ago when I thought I can cook, which I can't, clearly. This is the sea salt and spices, and look at that. This one is labeled, and this is a very strong salt, very, very strong. So what I can do is just use this because this one also has pepper in it. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the black and red pepper, and this one is just going to fix everything. I'm not gonna do I wash it? I'm not gonna wash it, am I? It's fine. It was only a little bit. No one's gonna taste that. It's fine. I'm just gonna use this. I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna go into the water anyway. It's gonna be cooked anyway. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's been ages since I've actually used this. Why do these super embarrassing things have to happen when I'm live? Why doesn't this happen in the privacy of my own? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. This is definitely a good learning experience. I'm just trying to disconnect from my body right now and imagine that I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this. I am not. I'm not even here. My soul is elsewhere. I am not here. I am not here touching these things. I'm not. I am not here. Jesus. Not here. Nope. Okay. I will just have myself believe that this was generous. Sir, now because you're enjoying yourself. Do you know what I was thinking about? Since I've recently just finished playing through Baldur's Gate. Um, by the way, sorry. There's gonna be an ad in like 3 minutes, so you're gonna miss out on this journey. I was thinking about the Illithid, right? And I was wondering, since in my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, I did opt in to engage with the Mind Flayers in some way, shape, or form, no spoilers. I was wondering if my character from Baldur's Gate 3 had the same sensation when touching the Mind Flayer, the Mind Flayer tentacles. Those were the thoughts that got me through this. But now we're done. Anyhow, what's the next step? In a large pot, right there, over medium-high heat, add the oil, onion, and garlic. I didn't even read this. Olive oil. I have olive oil. I somehow managed to skip through this one. I have like plain oil. That sucks. Like I know for sure I don't have this one. Well, that's annoying. Go away. Like what can I do? I will just use the basic one. Like a peasant. Okay. So oil, onion, and garlic. Large pot. Okay, they did say set aside. Since I need this space, I'm just gonna toss it over somewhere. There. Okay. So, oil? How much? It doesn't even say. Okay, oil. Here. We need to cut up the onion and garlic. So as per onion, we need half of it. Okay. So 3 cloves. Is it called cloves? I think that's what I read. Half an onion and 3 of these. And then you add it into a pot. It didn't say pour water in it or anything. It just said put it at like medium-high heat. So I'm guessing I'm just like, is the word searing the onion? I think that's what the word is. But anyway, hopefully I will make something else at some point, so the other half of the onion is not going to go to waste. Do I just like put it in a fridge? Is my entire fridge going to smell? Dude, I need my grandma so badly. Like, I loved my grandma. She passed away, sadly, a few years ago, and she was a chef. She was like one of the best chefs that I've ever met, and she would have laughed her ass off. I will admit, what's up? There's gloves in the What? Do I need gloves for this? What do you mean? Was I to use gloves with the... Oh god, maybe I could have done that. Prefer onions and garlic in the fridge. Okay. So I can do that. If you prefer gloves. See, it didn't even occur to me. I do have gloves. It didn't even occur to me that I could use them. It's very unfortunate. But I didn't use them. It was quite a journey. I have somehow managed to put sugar onto the meats instead of salt because I had the muscle memory of I had the muscle memory of using that particular jar, and as it turns out, that was my jar of choice. Live and learn indeed. Okay. Yes! I didn't mean to! It was an accident. But later on, like, I found the salt, like, the actual, like, the big salt, right? And I used that one because that one's very strong, from what I remember at least. And that one is going to neutralize the... Oh, please don't... Do not clip it! That was surprise too. I can't find the other one. Where the hell did you put the other one? It's all your fault. It's actually his fault that I put sugar because I can't find the other one. Where is it? Where is it? Like I just cannot see the other one. It's just not here. It is not labeled. Like how am I supposed to know that's not? See, I could transfer a little bit of guilt to Luneth and say that we didn't label it. However, he never sugared his food. I hope not. He did put salt in his coffee and my coffee on one occasion, but that's about it. That's about it. Damn you for organizing the kitchen in a way that you think it makes sense to me. It doesn't. It really does not. But anyway. Anyway. We brace ourselves and we march forward. Trying to make your food match the sweet and kindness. Aww, I appreciate that. That is very sweet. However, that was not my idea today. It was not. I just hope that this is not going to be a great amount of food, because if it sucks, then it's just going to go to waste. First time I've seen this kind of conversation on Twitch. Hi Daniel, welcome back. Yeah, the things that happen on my channel, not often do they happen anywhere else. Why might I don't want this to? You're a dumbass. You're the one who actually switched the jars. Anyhow. No! No! There's no bag! No! No! No, there's no bag in the jar. No! 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 No, why? Why? Luna just came to the stream to just get mad at me over my bad decisions. That is your bag, but you also did tell me that there's no bag. You told me, I remember this. It's fine. It is quite fine. Please, eat and work. Yeah, the dog even knows better. The dog knows better. This is my painfully slow method of onion cutting. You can see that I'm not cut out from this. For this. For this. And from this. Even my jokes are bad. The food's gonna be bad and my jokes are bad also. It's very slow and painful. Maybe I can just like find a different angle. Like the bad jokes. Hey, you are in the right place. Also, SpeedyX, thank you so much for the lurk and welcome. I hope you're having a great day. How do I even slice this? Cut into bite-sized pieces. Who in their right mind would bite an onion? Bite-sized pieces. What is a bite-sized piece of an onion? I leave it like this? What the hell is a bite-sized piece? Well, for as long as y'all laugh. Fingernail soze. What's a soze? What? Oh, size. Oh. I was like, what? Fingernail size. Why don't they say fingernail then? Why do they say bite size? And since when is the size of a fingernail the size of a bite? Whose bite? We got a really bad joke, then we start talking about American healthcare. And my stew, which is in the same range. Like a good chunky piece. That is what she said. Sorry, chat. I am not in the right mindset. This is gonna be my bite-sized piece. I don't care. We will know how it is until you taste it. I am not tasting this. You are out of your mind. Good lick to you too, Luna. You accidentally made it taste even better, right? Keep all appendages attached. No worries. If I lose them, I will just use my spare illithid ones. I'm not over my Baldur's Gate playthrough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'll just have you distracted so that you forget I'm even supposed to taste my food. Have fun as well. Have a good day at work. It's been so long since I cut an actual onion that I forgot that they make you cry. Anyhow. It's like I just don't eat food anymore. I swear, I cut like a toddler. Well. I'm fine. It was a close call. I'm fine. Like, how tiny do these need to be? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Cutting onion makes me look like I'm about to go Super Saiyan without the screaming. Looks better than my onion cutting anyways. In a large pot over medium-high heat, add the oil, onion, and garlic. Large pot, that's this one, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so, hey, this angle might actually not be that bad because you actually get to see at least a portion of this misery. Medium-high heat. What is a medium-high heat? Let's say it's a 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6 sounds good. Yeah, everyone starts from somewhere, and I definitely start from somewhere. The difference between me and other people is that they move forward. I just start, and that's where I stay. That is the cruel reality of this experience. I just stay there for the entire time. Anyhow, how much oil? They didn't say it was supposed to be olive oil, but you get what you get. Anyway, let's proceed. I hope, like, the next sentence better tell me what it is that I'm supposed to be doing with this onion next. Like, do I just, like, leave it there? The heat's already on. I'm nervous. So then, by that logic, shouldn't the cornbread have turned out much worse than it did? Um, yes and no. The cornbread was so simple to make that it was like some things are too hard to fail at. And when I make the food, I choose to make the food that is very hard to fail at making. Cornbread was one of them. Anyhow, we have successfully procured onions and garlic and oil, and I am just about to leave it here. Like this. Okay, so now cook, stirring occasionally, until the onion is translucent, about 5 minutes. See, when they say cook, it makes me think that there is water involved, that they didn't mention it. So if water is something that is taken for granted in this particular case, and I'm just somehow supposed to know this, I'm sorry. But they said oil, onion, and garlic. Cook is not the word that I would use when putting these three things in a pot over medium-high heat. That is not cooking. That is frying or searing, or what is the word that we want to use? I don't know. But our direction is as follows. We stir it and take very good care of it until the onion becomes translucent. My onion is already translucent, like it's already wet from the oil and I can already see through it. I don't know how much more see-through is it supposed to be. Cook is fine, I see. Anyhow, the second step is to add the chicken cooked till it's no longer pink. 5 to 7 minutes. Add the potatoes, carrot, and daikon. Okay, do you know what that means? That means that we have our next task at hand. Unless I forget about the onion and garlic and it all goes to shit. But what we have is we have onions. Not onions, potatoes. Hi, Star-Lord, welcome back. What's up? How are you doing today? And thank you so much. That means a lot. I hope you are having a great, great, great day. Okay, so let's peel these. What's everyone playing this weekend? What is your game of choice? Or if you have multiple games you're playing, what is your backlog of choice that you're working on? It's been a crazy year. Anubis FDN, hi and welcome back. How are you doing? What's up? Long time no see. I hope you're well. I'm having a fantastic day. A little bit of a less fantastic meal that we're about to have because I've somehow managed to use sugar when I was supposed to use salt. But hopefully we have remedied that with the amount of salt that we've put onto our ingredients, and hopefully a little bit of goodwill and good mood is going to contribute to forgiving me for this. Still have a custom randomized Pokemon Ruby. Oh, I see. Still working through Alien Isolation. What's Alien Isolation? Wow. Playing Mountain Blade 2 with the Game of Thrones, but oh! Playing as a Valyrian with the goal of taking over all of the Westeros and taking the dragons. Honestly, I approve. I approve. That is the only way to play RPGs. Be evil, take over. Yeah, it's just that this particular meal never mentioned sugar in it, which made me feel a bit uneasy about it. Also, if you're on TikTok, thank you ever so much for joining the stream, for liking it, for getting it on that For You page. I appreciate that, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Alien Isolation is an old horror game. Came out in, oh, I love how we say old horror game, and then it came out in like 2015. Like my knee jerk knee reaction is to be like, that came out like 2 years ago. Or being hunted by a xenomorph, the AI in the game slowly learns the player's game pattern so that it feels like it's getting smarter. That's disgusting. That is the one thing that horror games should not be doing. That is horrible. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of hopes for this particular food right now. I am ready to accept that it's a throwaway stew and not a Skybuilders stew. But we push through. We move forward. We forget about our mistakes, and we don't learn from them apparently. This is probably not the last time I'll ever do this. Anyhow, where are all of my bowls? What do I do with this? Okay. Potatoes. I'm playing Zelda Twilight Princess on the GameCube. Oh, I see. See, I never got to play any of the Zelda games, mostly because I've never owned a device where I could play them, so I feel like I've missed out on a lot of joy in my life. And I always try to tell myself that that's not the case, that I can just replace Zelda with just about anything. But then I talked to the actual Zelda fans, and they have me further convinced that the Zelda joy simply cannot be replaced. Oh, decision brings it, right? 2015? 2015 was like yesterday. What do you mean? The only thing it learns is how often the player hides or tries to avoid the alien, and the game slowly adapts to that. Oh, I see. So if I was to play that game, judging by my own playstyle of horror games, the AI would quickly learn that I spend most of my playthrough hiding. So the AI would just learn to camp me. That is exactly what would happen to me. Anyhow, okay, I can now see what they mean when they say, wait until this thing becomes translucent. I get it. It is getting there. And how's the camping simply works. See, one of the best horror games, which honestly a lot of people wouldn't even qualify as a horror game, which tells you a lot about my horror game experience, is Among the Sleep. And that for me was quite an experience. What I don't like playing is the horror games where you can actually. Well, this is a bit, I guess, masochistic since I don't really play horror games. But I don't like it when you can defend yourself, right? Like when you have guns or like anything. Like I don't prefer those. Like I prefer the stealthy ones. And this is exactly the kind of experience that I was looking for when I was playing that game. And I would honestly recommend it to anyone who wants to experience the world through the eyes of a toddler and basically get the shit scared out of them. I did manage to escape it once by conquering myself and survived. I see. Well, that's a feat. No worries, Anubis. No worries. Let me just readjust the chat a little bit. Also, HD the King TV. Hi and welcome. How are you doing today? What's up? I want to increase the YouTube chat size a little bit. I have all of my chats somehow distributed over my screen. And it depends on the day on where people chat, like which chat is bigger and which is not. So I try to react to that as well. Okay, so we have we have managed to deal with the onions and garlic. See, I don't like it how, yes, the onion itself is becoming translucent, but what I don't appreciate is the garlic actually turning a little brown, which I know it happens, but it also makes me feel kind of nervous. Makes me feel like I burnt it. Did I burn it? Alien isolation gives you a very limited range of methods of defending yourself. See, I like that because I'm the kind of person who, in normal circumstances of horror games, wouldn't even know how to defend while panicking. So it's better for me to not have this option at all. Also, we need to add carrot and daikon, which is these things. I haven't added it yet. I'm still kind of working on translucening the onions. Translucening. That's not the word, is it? I'm always like iffy on whether or not carrots are to be peeled. Do you peel your carrots? And how big are they supposed to be for this particular thing? Like, I don't want to have them too small, I suppose. They don't even teach you that you can use one of the tanks as a... I see. So basically, if you don't watch guides, or accidentally, I don't know, discover something that at that point will feel game breaking, as you can actually have a better time in the game, you are just in for a very hard time. In Among the Sleep that I just mentioned, they do teach you how to deal with the basics, but your basics are very limited in a way that the only thing that you can do is hug your teddy bear and basically turn on the light as you're hugging it. It's a very terrifying experience, at least it was for me. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the fact that I'm a parent, and I don't know, seeing seeing that kind of thing just kind of like, I guess, opened my eyes to it a little bit, I suppose. And I don't know, like, in a way, after you're done with the game, it makes you want to be a better parent for sure, especially if you're a parent of a small child, which I was at the time of playing. It was a scary experience for sure. Okay, so carrots. How many carrots actually? It sells one small carrot. 75 grams, cut into bite-sized pieces. Oh, we did that. And then one small daikon radish, cut into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so here it is. This one, once I peel it, there's not going to be anything left because it's so, it's not very peelable, I suppose. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to do this. It's a very weird vegetable. I have to like peel it very gently, otherwise I will just have none of it. My dog is like, "What are you making?" And I'm like, "You don't want this. You do not want this, little bro. You do not want this. Not at all." Anyway, this is not one of my favorite vegetables. And the fact that it is something that I'm supposed to cut into bite-sized pieces and it implies that it actually is to be bit is sadsies. Also, and you've been, am I butchering your name? I am so sorry. Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. How are you? I have been to Italy a few times. A lovely country. What is stuck on my face? Never mind. There we are. Yeah, even the dog smelled the daikon radish and he's like, "No, I changed my mind. Changed my mind." Okay, today we are making the Skybuilders Stew from Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know if you play the game, but on Sundays I make foods from games, and this is the cookbook that I'm currently going through. I'm very bad at cooking, so don't expect much. But it is fun to kind of role play food buffs or food debuffs in my case. Bite-sized pieces, my ass. Great. Like these recipes, all of them are marked as easy. What will happen when I'm out of the easy recipes? I don't want to think about it. And I think I have the wrong knife. Or I'm just not applying a lot of strength to this. And growing your own. Maybe that should be my content instead. It's a way less harmful content for me, for sure. This way I can just ensure that at some point I will poison myself. Or unfortunately others. I prefer that when I cook, nobody's around. Unless I really dislike them. So my dog has located the daikon radish, but instead of eating it, he's just playing with it. Smart boy. This recipe takes 2 to 3 months. Grow potatoes, carrots, and leeks. True. True. How is this a... This is not a bite-sized piece. I'm losing my patience with this damn plant. I'm not even sure I have the right vegetable, to be quite honest with you. I've roughly translated it to my language, and then I went to the store and I tried to get whatever it is that looked like that. No, this actually has nothing really to do with the recipes of this world. So what I do is I use the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook, and this is the Skybuilders Stew from Kurthus in Eorzea. So yeah, it is supposed to be a real winter food. Dark Phoenix Gaming, welcome back. How are you doing today? Have you come to witness another one of my Sunday disasters? You are in a good place. We have had a very grim start. so far. Okay, please, please be cut in bite-sized pieces. Let's get it done with. Let's get it done with. I was already supposed to deal with the, like with the meats, but that hasn't happened yet because I got myself distracted with cutting up these things. Okay, now that I did cut them up, I can safely dispose of this. And considering I've already thrown things into the trash can without the bag, I might as well do that and just deal with it later. That is the plan. Anyhow, next step of this journey says add the chicken cook until it's no longer pink, 5 to 7 minutes. Do you know, fun fact, do you know that there are a lot of colors that I can't see? Anyway, it says add the chicken and cook. Does that mean that I'm adding water or not? Because nowhere in this recipe, like I just can't find. Okay, never mind. It's not mentioning water at all. So I'm just gonna ignore that problem that I think I have. The potatoes, carrots, and the okay. So basically, we deal with the meats, and then after that, we just add the vegetables, and they just sit there. Cool. Great. No water. Got it. Wait. What am I missing? I got to experience the redacted with the errors in FF7 at the end of this. Oh. Well, that's an experience that you definitely don't get through remake. I love the redacted. How you avoid spoilers. The fact that particular plot point was spoiled for. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, for me it wasn't spoiled. I actually don't know how I avoided that because that particular event is something that people talk about quite often. For example, on Twitter, right? And on Twitter, there's this common misconception that you can talk about just about anything old, and it doesn't matter if you spoil it for someone because that particular thing has been around for ages already. So once I was done with the disc one from Final Fantasy VII Original, I actually started seeing a lot of information about what actually happens during that part, and I'm just grateful that I didn't see it before. Anyhow, since I have seemingly reset myself with my 1 hour nap, this is technically my first coffee of the day, and this is supposed to be my breakfast. So now I'm supposed to, this is what I'm up to. I am trying to cook this. I don't call this cooking because damn it, everything that says it's cooking, it should have water in it. Somehow managed to not get spoiled for the twist moment in Knights of the Old Republic, but was mega spoiled for that. Oh, I see. See, I haven't played Knights of the Old Republic yet. I bought it when it was like super, super, super discounted on Steam. It was like, I don't know, it was like $1 or something, like a few months ago. So I bought it, and I was gonna stream it, and I even had like the scheduled stream on YouTube and everything, but I got sick that weekend, and for some reason, like I don't know exactly remember what happened, but my plans just changed, and I never actually got to play the game. Very unfortunate because I really do want to play the game. Someone mentioned the era thing to me in passing before I even knew what Final Fantasy was. That's actually impressive that you remember that, even though you didn't know Final Fantasy back then. See, this is why I'm not that sensitive to spoilers, because more often than not, if I don't know the game, I will just forget that that even happens. Sim, this is very similar though to how they spoiled Final Fantasy 15 ending to me. So if you know, you know. I'm not gonna talk about it so that I don't spoil it for someone. But someone on Twitter talked to me, even though they knew that I haven't played 15. They didn't have to bring up that particular fact in the conversation, but they did do it, and I got very upset because I do want to play 15. Anyway, I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to do this until it is no longer pink? Fine. How do I, like, what color is it supposed to turn? Green? Like, what? Weird. It's always gonna be pink. White or light brown. Do we have to get to brown? I love the plot from I don't know if any one of you have seen New Girl, right? But if you haven't, there's a black dude in New Girl called Winston, and one of his traits is that he is colorblind. So they never really talk about how colorblind he is, but we know that he is. So at one point in one episode, he gets glasses that help colorblind people see colors. So he looks at, I don't know what he was looking at. He was looking at like chocolate or something like that with the glasses, and he's like, "Damn! Like now I know what brown color looks like. I thought this was green." And and one of his friends is like, "Wait, if you thought that was green, like what color did you think you were?" Which which is actually a very valid point. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I can see now how it's losing the pink color slightly. I'm supposed to do this for 5 to 7 minutes. I'm trying to be very careful about the time so that I don't overdo it. But I think that for as long as the pink is gone, we'll be okay. Anyway, that was a random fact, a mini spoiler, but a show definitely worth watching, if only for that part. Okay, well, the pink is gone. When the pink is gone, this means it's no longer raw. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I was a little afraid that I won't actually see it because my color blindness, every day it gets tested, and every day I learn new ways of how I don't see what other people see, which is interesting because a lot of my career is based on graphics design. I probably don't even see half of the colors that I put out on the internet. Starting with my hair, I never know what my hair is like. Other people tell me. But recently I've been blonde. I actually have been enjoying it somewhat. Okay, so this is definitely not raw anymore. That's good news. I mean, there's no chance for this to even be raw because this is still gonna get cooked, so it's okay. Anyway, I think we're pretty much done with this part. I'm bald, so when I wake up, I'm ready to go. Honestly, I envy you. I look different every day, and I hate it. At least this part is like my constant. It like always looks the same. Well, except for the part that I have to cut it. But at least half of my head is something that I no longer have to worry about. Anyhow, um, cook until it's no longer pink, 5 to 7 minutes. Add the potatoes, carrot, and daikon, which is what we've cut up. And I'm just gonna toss it in and put everything aside like this. Goodbye. There we go. Now, pour just enough chicken stock to barely cover everything. I don't think I've ever made this in my life. How do we do this? Is there it doesn't say how much water you need to put in. You put it in half a liter. Okay, in boil half a liter of boiling water. I can use my gym bottle for this. Ouch. Sorry. Sorry. Half a liter. Okay. That should be easy. I used a gin bottle. I wish. I wish I had a random gin bottle. Life would be better. Alright. Uh, put in half a liter of boiling water. Okay, let's get it to boil. And cook on medium heat for 5 minutes with occasional stirs in half open. Why is this so complicated? Like I thought it was just like put the cube in. Cook, stir occasionally in half open pot. 1 cube makes 2 plates or half a liter of soup. 5 minutes of cooking. Fine. Great. Let's do that. I was about to say the party's about to begin, right? I do have drinks or a drink. The thing that I bought for like all of the cocktails from for the Final Fantasy XIV, the cookbook. This is the Canadian special whiskey, and it sits there so that whenever I do make these cocktails, I can use whiskeys for I think for a lot of things. Um, this is one of the fruits of my divorce that I've acquired. This is something that me and my ex-husband we bought it together, but I have fought very hard for the custody of this thing. It's a cocktail shaker and it's actually very cool because it has the recipes like written on the sides. So there's kamikaze, white Russian, sex on the beach, cosmopolitan, Long Island iced tea mojito. That's all the recipes, and it has like the measurements and everything. It's actually really, 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 really cool. I love it. Most of it is made with vodka. One of them is made with rum. There's one with gin. If you know your cocktails, you know which ones I'm talking about. But that's about it. How many of them have you made? I've made all of them. Uh, well, I think we've made all of them at some point. But I haven't been making them for a while because I actually thought that I lost that thing until it reemerged recently. Well, it didn't exactly reemerge, but My ex actually moved back to the place where we used to live before. We lived at the apartment where we lived after. So he was able to find it. I'm just very happy that it's not lost. This is already boiling, so we'll be able to proceed very soon. So what they're trying to get us to do is make this stock thing and then pour it into the pot with the food just about enough so that it covers everything. That's the plan. Drums for life! Hello and welcome. What's up? How are you doing? Eating Swiss cheese and grapes right now. I didn't feel like cooking. Honestly, that sounds awesome. I wish I had Swiss cheese and grapes. Grapes here are so expensive right now, and this is like the first year that like I don't really know like what happened with the crops and such, but this year like I bought almost no grapes. Grapes are normally like here they cost like normally around I don't know $1 to $1.50 per kilo, which is like not a lot, but now it's like $2 to $3 per kilo for like all of the grapes that you could possibly find, which was like damn, like when is this gonna go down? And it still hasn't gone down, and I'm not happy. Anyhow, we're getting there. For those of you who are cocktail enjoyers, what's your favorite one? My favorite one is still the Blue Lagoon. And I thought that with the Blue Lagoon, I was gonna end up the same way I ended up with like flavored vodka, where I can't even smell it anymore because I almost always have Blue Lagoon whenever I have cocktails. But I still haven't reached that point, thankfully. It's not that I'm like a heavy drinker or anything. Like I don't drink, like drink. Like I have occasional drinks, and I think that's fine. But but yeah, flavored vodka I don't touch anymore. No, thank you. I don't know. Whenever I smell it, I feel like the dumb teenager me, and that is not the feeling I ever want to have ever again. Okay, so this is boiling. I'm gonna toss it in, and hopefully at some point it's gonna dissolve. Come on, please. So it says medium heat for 5 minutes, so I will reduce the heat, and hopefully this will work its magic. Apple ciders are nice. By the way, there's an ad on Twitch. Sorry about that. I normally do announce them. Sometimes I only see it when it actually happens. Hate ads. Sorry. Anyway, this cube is almost invisible. That's good news. I love how every time I cook something, my dog is weirded out. He's like, this is taking much longer than your usual meals. What is going on? And what is the occasion? What are your favorite cheeses? I'm actually not a very, how do you say? Can I say a cheese connoisseur? Is that the proper wording for it? I don't really know a lot of cheeses by their names, but I am a fan of like blue cheeses. And I actually missed them a lot while I was pregnant because I couldn't have those cheeses at all. So I like all of those ones, even though I don't know. I still think that humans are not really supposed to be eating mold. That mold somehow just tastes good to me. So there's that. Well, I think our thing is ready. Let's see what else we need to do. Pour just enough chicken stock to barely cover everything. Add the bay leaf. Okay, got it. Easy enough. Okay. This and this. Okay. Add. What is your favorite cheese, by the way? You probably know a lot more about them. Okay, add just about enough for it to cover everything. Well, that's gonna be my half a liter. What do you mean? This is not even gonna cover what I have. What? Yeah, this is all gonna go in. There we go. Now it just about barely covers it. Add bay leaf. Am I the only one who thinks that bay leaf sounds a lot like a Pokemon? Bay leaf. Such a weird word. In my language, it's a different. It is a different word. Where is my bay leaf? It is a Pokemon. Is it? I kind of forgot because I know that, like, I know Pokemon names in my language. It is. Is it really? Bayleaf is a Pokemon. See, I don't know the English names for Pokemon. It's like, oh, welcome back. What's up? Okay. Bayleaf. Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell. The Pokemon in my language, some of them are called different. I don't remember that one. Like, there are versions that will use English wording, but not the ones that I've been watching. um, Bring the stock to a boil. Like, I've been turning this thing on and off and on and off. When does this end? Bring it to a boil. Like, it's just boiled 2 minutes ago. What do you mean? Bring the stock to a boil, then reduce the heat to medium low. What's a medium low? Out of 6, that's gonna be a 2. My kitchen math is not mathing. Like, honestly, I don't even know why I'm trying anymore. This stew went to shit in the first 10 minutes. Like, this is beyond saving. I don't even know why we're doing this. How do I fix this? Anyway. While the stock is simmering. Oh, okay. Pour enough to, okay. Bring the stock to a boil and then reduce the heat to medium low. Cover and simmer for 20 minutes. While the stock is simmering, make the cream base. What is the cream base? Oh, in a medium saucepan. Well, that's gonna be a problem because I already used it. Never mind, I'll just wash it. Medium saucepan. Melt butter and cream cheese. I can do that right now, I think. Butter. We need 45 grams of butter. I have it ready. Okay, so I can't believe that some people actually commit to doing this kind of thing for themselves on a daily basis. Some people just cook every day and they're good at it. Why can't I be good at this? Not that I try, unfortunately. I do try on Sundays. That is, that is my one day when I try to somewhat redeem myself. 45 grams. What the hell is 45 grams? Okay. I'm going to decide that this is 45 grams. It's fine. We're not going to look at it. Cook 6 days out of 7. That's honestly really impressive. I'm just not motivated because, like, I cook for my son when he's around, and the foods that he eats, I know how to make. But I don't do it for myself at all because I eat like one small portion of food per day and that's enough. So I never really do this. But I pity the unfortunate soul who's gonna eat that one. Um, okay. Well, butter and cream cheese. How much cream cheese are we talking about? Cream cheese, 35 grams. Let's see what we got. We got five. Okay, I have 100. So it's like a third of this thing. Today I'm not very motivated to measure things, so I just gauge them. Just prefer to cook a lot of vegetables, so I cook around that. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. Like, I'm demotivated because we already put sugar on our meat. Like, what are we realistically expecting out of this? Like, there's no saving it. Okay, this is already boiling. So now we put it at 2 and we leave it there for 20 minutes. Got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, at 7:50 is when we wake it up. Is this a third? Better be. Now I'm frustrated because of the because of what happened, and now I'm just making a mess out of things. I'm not really respecting the measurements or anything. She will caramelize the onions. That is a good way of looking at it, and it made me feel slightly better. Thank you. But it's still gonna taste like shit. I'm sure of it. Okay. How do I make this? Slowly whisk in the what? In a medium saucepan, melt butter. Oh, melt. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Melt the butter and the cream cheese. Got it. Well, that's not gonna take a while. Okay. The problem is I have this giant saucepan here and I'm not willing to relocate it. So now I have to choose like a distant location to melt this on. Like for those of you who know how to make food, like I do not know what you're doing here. I can only annoy you. That's a great advertisement for my content, but still, it's like watching someone who does something you do well really poorly. That must be aggravating. Like that would piss me off, to be honest. Now, honestly, I'm just here to break the norms. Do you know how they say that women belong in the kitchen? I stream I stream these cooking streams so that you can see that nobody should want me here. And if you thought that this is just generically a girl thing, you are sorely mistaken. Alright, we have melted whatever this is. Now, slowly whisk in the flour. Like, are we sure about this? Do we really want to add flour to that? I don't know about this. I have historically never had a good experience with heating up the flour in any way, shape, or form. Normally, I burn it. My wife doesn't belong in my kitchen. She gets confused if there's too many steps and panics. Honestly, I get it. I do. Slowly whisk in flour. I love how you say she doesn't belong in my kitchen. That's awesome. I get that. This is already too many steps for me. So I have a whisk, but for some reason I'm choosing to punish myself and not use it. I love how most of you, well, some of you are American, and I just speak to you in grams. Like all of you have a background in some sort of dealership. It's like, oh yeah, surely you know what a gram is. Alright. I was definitely not slowly whisking it. Hi, Ortiz. Welcome back. I love how that's the sentence that draws you out. That's what Google is for, right? Alright, add the flour. Oh, this is no bueno. Oh, God. Anyhow, next. Cook until, what? Cook in what? Oh God, cook until the mixture thickens and begins to smell like bread. About 3 minutes. I half expected it to say cook until it starts to smell like shit. It's like, dude, we're already there. There's no need to cook it. God. Okay. It does look a little bit like mule. Not gonna lie to you. But at this point, it's just a massive ball of goo. It's, again, not something that I would call cooking, because I'm literally just heating it up and making sure that, making sure that it doesn't stick. If it smells like shit, then you don't need to worry about sugar anymore, right? It's like we're already beyond redemption. I don't know any good stew that looks good. That is something that I will refer back to when I start feeling really bad about this. This smells like nothing. Like, I can't smell anything. Nope. Like, this has no smell. Why do I have to rely on my senses? This book, for some reason, thinks I can trust them. Like, this smells like nothing. No, it does smell like bread. Never mind. They did say 3 minutes. Do I respect that, or do I just, like, trust myself? And, like, take it out. It's like, it smells like bread, but it smells like bread within the pot. Like, when I actually put my snout there. It doesn't smell like anything when I'm, like, away from it. I'm just gonna stop doing it because I will burn it. This is what it looks like. This is probably no good at all. Smells like excellent. It must be done then, right? All right, let's move forward. Slowly whisk in the flour. Cook until the mixture thickens and begins to smell like bread about 3 minutes. Slowly add the milk. Thank God we're adding liquids. Slowly add the milk while continuously whisking until the mixture has warmed up and thickened. Remove from the heat and set aside. Wow. 250 milliliters. All fingers attached. Detached fingers is not the worst thing that could have happened to this meal. The worst stuff has already happened. Anyhow. This is about the only way that I can properly measure milk at this point. How do I know what 250 milliliters is? Wow. I do want to wash it. Still smells like 6-year-old alcohol. Not anymore. Not anymore. This is now a dish that I will actively use in all of my endeavors. Here we go. Well, honestly, I get very nervous when I need to make food and like the liquids in which the food is supposed to be cooking have not been added yet. It makes me nervous because it implies that it is much easier to burn stuff, which is what normally happens. Anyway, we are to cook this until the bread stuff dissolves somewhat. I need to not ruin this little pot because this is my mom's. I need to return that. My mom actually knows how to cook. But I did not spend a lot of my life living with my mom, so there's that. My mom, however, has spent a significant portion of her life living with grandma, who who knew how to cook. And I envy that. I don't think this is ever okay. I actually need to use the whisk, I think, because this is never gonna happen for me. Like, never will it ever happen. I feel like I should have done this earlier. Like, these things are just not getting themselves dissolved. What is this even? Was out the house at 19. I left. Well, I haven't lived with my mom since I was 17, and I left my dad's house on my 18th birthday. So I was not domesticated. And my knowledge when it comes to food is very limited. I don't know, this is just not happening for me. Puppy's hiding under the chair, almost can't see it. Where is he? Is he really hiding? Oh, he is here. How do you see this? Oh, right, he is there. My dog has very good instincts. When I cook, he's scared. Our high school taught us to cook in high. Wait, really? That is a damn good high school. Alright, so this is now boiling. Maybe the milk actually needed to be hot for this thing to dissolve, which makes complete sense. I'm not a chef, but I am an engineer. But my work has always my work has always been with dangerous chemicals and not the food that you're actually supposed to consume. So you're not out there trying to make it edible or anything. What's roux? Is that what I'm doing right now? Make the roux, the milk has to be warm. I see. Well, that makes complete sense. Honestly, that is useful knowledge, and I wish that more schools would do that. We are actually right on time. We made what Luneth called roux, and I'm sure at this point that he's making it up as we go. Flour, butter mixture, then slowly add warm milk. Is that correct? Yes. You just added like a cool French name for it to sound cool, or what? See, I don't know these words. Don't laugh at me. Like, how am I supposed to know? Everything that's in French sounds either romantic or very dangerous. But yeah, I think this is done. Remove it from the heat and set aside. Add the broccoli to the chicken and vegetables and raise the heat to medium-high. So, the story about today's broccoli is that my shitty little store simply did not have it. However, I bought a mixture that contained broccoli. So we are adding another step to this process. And we are now going to pick broccoli from this mixture. I let it thaw a little bit so that I actually have the opportunity to yank them out. That is the plan. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna have 85 grams, but we sure as shit are gonna try. But now I have a lot of vegetables that I admittedly could have used for this, but it is what it is. What to call it? Flour butter paste? Well, at this point I'm tempted to Google and see if the word roux actually exists. But anyway, I could have just said there's no broccoli. I'm just not doing it. But I tried to remain loyal to the recipe. So now we have this. For better or for worse. And I kind of like that it was frozen, because it's not going to be a complete mush, which is what I prefer. Well, that's all we got. If that's not 85 grams, then that's that. Okay, but we have what we have. Add the broccoli to the chicken and vegetables and raise the heat to medium-high. Hi to you too. Ha ha. Very fun today. Okay. We add the broccoli. We raise to medium high. That would be 4 out of 6, right? Is that what we said? I think that's what we said. TLR, that looks about right. I like that. I'm gonna use that. Alright, we add the broccoli to the chicken and vegetables, raise the heat to medium-high, bring to a boil, and cook until the broccoli has softened slightly, 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, because my relevant experience with softening vegetables is vast, and I would know. What? Back to my dungeon. I was about to ask what you're playing, and then I'm like, no, he's not here. Bye. Okay, well, we bring it to a boil, which will actually take a little bit of time, as our vegetable was actually frozen. Soften, pour in the cream mixture and stir until incorporated. Season with additional salt and pepper. No, thank you. Remove bay leaf before serving. I love that they actually say that. Alright, well, we are approaching the final stages of this miserable endeavor today. What a shit show. Oh. I feel bad. I must eat a bay leaf. Bay leaf the plant or bay leaf the Pokemon? I had to look it up to remember which one that was. might taste nice. Feels bad. Okay. Well, better bay leaf than popotos, right? Okay. I made it through today. Said the same thing about the cornbread. It turned out good. Honestly, the cornbread turned out pretty amazing, and my son was actually the one who ate most of it, and he's asked for me to make more of it. So I have the one food that I can make that is at least somewhat satisfying. It's my victory dance. That's no good. That's no good at all. Uh, no good. Is this ever gonna boil? What is this? Okay, it is boiling. Cornbread would go well with this too. Yeah, one day when I know like enough of these recipes, I can actually combine them because I'm the kind of person who will always be terrified of like doing the new thing for the first time. But then after I've been through it, then it just becomes, well, just something that I've already done and I'm just about to do it again. And it's no longer that bad. But for me, taking that first step is always very difficult. Anyhow, I think it is time. I think it is time. Yeah, I used to have the same problem at university as well. Like I would like there were some like classes that I was terrified of studying for, and then I would wait until I don't know 2 weeks before the exam or whatever, and then I would implement the well known and well used strategy of gaslighting myself into thinking that I love that, and then I would spend like 2 days just actually making myself believe it, and then I would start devouring the books like it's the most fascinating thing in the world. I would take the exam and would forget about it. But yeah, self gaslighting is something that I do a lot. Now, we are to incorporate this. I love how the dogo is like weirdly quiet while I do this. He's always so worried. For damn good reason. It's like, is this your last meal? Funnily enough, these days I have been discussing food poisonings a lot, and it hasn't happened because of my food, which probably has the highest chance statistically of happening, judging by my almost non existent skills. But hey, today didn't go half as bad as I thought it would. Okay, now I can see how it's. Oh, I'm so sorry. He was right under my feet, and I stepped on his tail. He didn't even say anything. He's like, I know you're a dumbass. It's okay. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, little boy. I didn't see you. This actually looks deceptively tasty. And I think it's done. It does look done. Like, yeah, exactly. Like I did feel it, so I didn't like step on it. As soon as I felt the tail, I lifted my foot, but He was like, "Are you gonna continue with that, or are you gonna lift it?" Um, Add the broccoli to chicken and vegetables and raise the heat to medium-high. Bring to a boil and cook until the broccoli has softened slightly, 3 to 5 minutes. Pour in the cream mixture and stir until incorporated. Season with additional. Okay, remove bay leaf before serving. All right. Well, that burns. Sorry, Dogo. Scared him. It's like, you shouldn't be sitting there. You're gonna get burnt. I'm sorry. This actually does not look half as bad. It looks like one of those, do you know that cooking emoji? Like the one with the pot? Actually looks quite similar to that. Let me show you. Alright. Well, now imagine that there's no rug on the emoji. It looks almost exactly the same. I would taste the broth. I wouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. It smells good too. For some reason, I can't smell it. Okay, that actually tastes okay. Should I do like the cartoon thing and like actually like take the spatula and like taste it like an old grandma? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Like this. Double dog dare you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. They did say season with additional salt and pepper if needed. What if it tastes what if it tastes sweet? Like I don't wanna find out. This is not a cartoon thing. People do taste their stuff. Well, not like this. Who tasted like this? Well, I'll be damned. This is good. Dang. I can make this? What the fuck? What? Yo, I got this. I got this. Hey, I have something really special. Let me show you. So, my divorce has not been a completely fruitless endeavor in a way that I did acquire quite a few things that are mostly related to kitchen for some reason or another, um, that are actually quite useful. These bowls we've acquired from Greece when we went on a holiday, and these bowls actually were filled with something very close to cream cheese. I actually don't know the word for it. It's like Greek yogurt, right? But the original Greek yogurt. And we bought a lot of them, actually three of them, I think, during that holiday so that we could take the bowls home. They are like clay bowls, very rustic and very cute. Like the cornbread shit show. This was a shit show. Drain and toss the veggies and chicken and keep it as a soup, right? I love it. So, I'm gonna take some pictures, and for that, I'm gonna need my phone. So, for those of you on TikTok who have witnessed this disaster, thank you for continuing to witness it. You are more than welcome to continue to join us on Twitch. Although I'm not sure how long I'll actually be streaming. I do want to take some pictures, so I'm gonna need my phone. And for those of you who are here, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support today. I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, but I am going to go off from TikTok at least. for now. And yeah, I will be sure to post these images on Discord and pretty much everywhere else where I tend to brag about my newfound culinary skills. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day and make sure to follow the, well, anything that you haven't yet. See you tomorrow. Anyhow, taste the disaster, right? Van Russell, welcome back. How are you doing today? What's up? Okay, so now since my phone disaster, I've been very paranoid about getting my phone into anything, especially near food and stuff. Don't forget to take. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bay leaf. I can't find it anymore. Like, how am I supposed to find it in this? No, I should just I should leave it in for like the lucky winner to find when they eat. I don't know where it is. Oh, there we are. Okay. Okay. No, the book did warn us to take them out. Okay, let me. Okay. Let me make a nice bowl of this. That actually looks really good, doesn't it? Right. Okay, give me a second. Never seen my lips carry someone like that. It's hot! It is hot, what do you mean? So, I am doing very well today. This started very, as a very grim endeavor because I actually, instead of seasoning the meat with salt, I did it with sugar because I used the wrong jar. So I thought that this whole thing is a throwaway. And regardless of whether it tastes sweeter than what it should, it doesn't taste half as bad as I thought it would. Honestly, this doesn't look bad at all. And it actually doesn't taste bad either. Now, let me take some pictures. Donnie to buy 4. Hi and welcome. 2x4, 2x4, 2x4. Welcome. How are you doing? What's up? How do the shadows work in this kitchen? Okay. That means you need to use sugar every time now. Yeah, maybe. Maybe next time I make it, it's just gonna taste like shit in comparison. Perfect. But we can't take the picture if we don't compare it to the actual example of how it should look. I am doing good. Thank you for asking. Hope you are having a lovely, lovely weekend as well. We've just made the Skybuilders Stew, and contrary to my belief that it is going to taste like shit because of all the mistakes we've made, it actually tastes fine. You are not to touch this. Please. Please, Dogo. Please don't do it. It is very hot. It is very hot, and okay, this definitely doesn't look good. Like, I have to take this picture before. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. No, no, don't do it. Please, please, don't do it. Don't do it. Do not presume to put your snout there. Nope. Don't do it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I'll post them on Discord later on. If I could read my dog's mind, he'd probably be like, I don't want to taste your shitty little stew anyway. What do you mean? I'm like, you were telling him not to do it, and he's like, why would I? A pro taste tester. Honestly, I started off thinking I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy, but here we are. Now, we move on to a different portion of my stream. So it probably says need more sugar. I've actually been very good um, about not giving him sugar. He's been he's been a good boy when it comes to that. He normally just wants to eat the leftovers. Okay, this looks entirely too hot. I'm not a huge fan of hot food. Well, if I tweet about food poisoning a few hours later again, you know what happened. Okay, this tastes like it's not me that made it. That's a good thing. That is a very good thing. Yeah, whatever it is that we did this time, we did not go wrong. It is hot, but this is damn good. This is a good recipe. It's a very winter-ish recipe, and it doesn't really feel like winter here. It gets very hot in the apartment when when food is made in any way, shape, or form, which is why I'm actually dressed like it's summer because I knew what was gonna happen, and I was correct. But when you are cold, this is perfect. Except for when I actually put sugar in it. That was like at the very beginning. Do you know how motivated I was today to just follow the directions and just make it proper? And then like 10 minutes into this whole endeavor, I put a bunch of sugar in the bowl. It was sad, seas. How's the taste? Should I be scared? Wait, who invited you? Do you think you can get my masterpiece stew just like that? What do you mean? I'm kidding. It tastes good. Imagine this soup with a slice of that cornbread. That cornbread was very sweet, actually. Gonna need rice. You don't know what you're gonna need. Because this is good stuff. 17 degrees? Oh god. I wish. Winter is here. What do you mean winter is here? 17 degrees is like transition between like winter and spring here. That's there to enhance. You would dare ruin my stew by putting rice in it? You have no faith in me whatsoever. Oh. See, I've been waiting for you to bring up rice. He's like, plus I'm Asian, can't eat nothing stewy without rice. So Luneth here likes to pride himself on always having rice in his household. What happened about a week ago when my phone fell into the toilet, the first thing that he told me was put it in some rice. And I'm like, okay, he as an Asian person must have rice somewhere. So I go through all of the cupboards and lo and behold, there is no rice in the kitchen to be seen. So I was in a lot of pain and I had to wait for his ass to come home to bring the rice so that I can put the phone into it. That's what happened. He likes to get everyone to think that there's always rice around him. That is not the case, and I learned the hard way. That's what the son of is dropped to 15 at night. Oh, I see. Well, 15 is not that bad. Hello. Hi. So yeah, if you don't want to be called out, stop threatening to ruin my creations. No matter being -6 here, as long as the snow stays for a few weeks. Who in their right mind would like to snow for the snow to stay? What? Snow is like the worst thing in the world. Like I would hate to live anywhere near where snow is all the time, at all times present. It's terrible. Have to have rice at all times is family requirement. Is it really? I don't know. I don't have to have rice, but at the same time I very rarely eat bread in any way, shape, or form. And I feel like rice just complements foods better than bread. So I would rather have that. But I also don't cook, so there's that. Been lucky with dropping my phone, not in water so far, but I do have busted charging ports, this wireless charging cord. Oh, I see. It's annoying, but not enough trouble to make me buy a new phone. Honestly, yeah, that's not as bad. See, I thought that people who drop their phones into water are the greatest dumbasses that have ever lived. Now, this doesn't mean that they're not, just because it happened to me, because I could also be a dumbass. But what happened to me when I dropped my phone was, well, I posted about this like on Twitter and Discord and everywhere, so most of you know about my phone saga. But I was in a lot of pain, and I was just sitting on the toilet. It's like I don't remember being in that kind of pain in like years. So I just sat there and I thought I was dying. Like I legit was like in my mind I was saying goodbye, right? And I was gonna call for like an ambulance or someone. And I remember like trying to call, like I don't remember if I was calling the ambulance or I was calling someone to call the ambulance. I don't know why I would do that, but I don't remember who I was calling. But I was sitting on the toilet and I passed out while I had my phone in my hand. So I pass out and the phone falls directly like between my legs and it falls into the toilet and I'm passed out and I'm not reacting. So by the time I came to, I hear the ringing. So I was calling someone and the phone was ringing up until the point that it wasn't, because in the meantime it died. So I have no idea how long it was sitting there, but it couldn't have been longer than a phone call, I guess. But it was enough for it to just be out of commission permanently. So my dumbass, not even wanting to believe that I would have dropped my phone into the toilet, and my phone was dark, right? And it had like a black like phone case, and it was like semi dark in the bathroom. So I look into the toilet, and it didn't even occur to me that I had my phone in my hand, that I actually fucking dropped it in the toilet. I had myself believe, for some reason, that the black thing that I'm seeing in the toilet, because it was like very like shadowy and I didn't see it very well. I thought it was blood. Like that's the first thought that I remember having. It's like, what the fuck is happening to me? Like, I must be dying. And then I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm still not putting my hand in there to grab the phone because I'm looking at it and I'm like, do I touch that? You know? It's like, it was the stupidest thing ever. And then finally, when I decided to take it out, of course, the phone wasn't ringing anymore. It was just completely dead. And like, do you know, like, I don't know if you've ever like legitimately passed out. Like when you pass out, there's like a moment of silence when you like come back. Like for like a few seconds to a minute, you don't really hear anything, and then the ringing starts. Right? It's like the ringing comes like not from outside, but like from within your head, and that's when I was like fully aware of like what was happening, and that my phone was actually sunk. So yeah, I still think that a lot of people are really irresponsible with their phones, but it never even occurred to me that I could actually pass out from the pain while sitting there. So it didn't occur to me to not use the phone while I was sitting there because I didn't have anywhere else to sit. I was just sitting there and I didn't see that puddle underneath me as danger, which I definitely should have. But yeah, that's the sad story about my phone. So I bought a new phone. I actually didn't buy it. I got it from my internet provider because I apparently have a good credit score for some reason with them. So I was able to get it like as an advance, and then we'll pay for it over the next like 2 years, like through my phone bill. So at least I can work still. Dude, come on. You've already eaten. And my stew is really not that good. I'm just kidding, it is good. But at this point, I'm sitting on the chair and he's starting to realize that he can actually bully me again. So now he's starting to attract attention. Yes, attract attention. Please don't touch that. Anyways, I'm not gonna be streaming for any longer. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have the food and then figure out what to do with the rest of my night because, like I said, I reset my day by sleeping for like an hour. This is still my morning, and I'm assuming that apart from some editing tonight, I'm going to have to take another nap to just survive until morning and just completely reset myself. Um, so for today, that is mostly gonna be that. But do stick around as I'm gonna see if we're are we hostable today or hosterable? How do I say that? Never mind. Okay, we're gonna find someone to say hello to. Please don't do that. That's not yours. Alright, let's find out who's streaming. Who is streaming something that we like? Can't go wrong with 3 naps per day. Yeah, I have like at this point it's a freestyle. It's not bedtime. I have like 3 2-hour naps that I take when I really have to. Let's see. Okay. What do we like to watch? Dungeons and Dragons, Metal Gear Solid. Um, what else is there? Alright, I'm not gonna tell you who's streaming. Dungeons and Dragons, or Dead Space, or Metal Gear Solid. What do you want to watch? I like all of them, but I can't make this decision alone. If you're on Twitch, what do you like to watch? Baldur's Gate 3? Alright. Dead Space? Anyone else? We're gonna find someone on Kick also. we might be able to do both, depending on where you are. How do I scroll down? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do both. We're gonna host Ramroad on Kick, and we're gonna host Baldur's Gate on Twitch. So here we can host. All right. So, um, thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. I was actually gonna host Veil Rhyme. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Veil Rhyme is live, and I was gonna give Veil Rhyme a host because I have never hosted Veil Rhyme before, so I am gonna do that right now. How did you know that? All right. Let me just figure this out. Thank you for watching today. I hope you had a lovely time, and I will be seeing you tomorrow at midnight Central European Time with more Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. But until then, please go and show some love uh, Veil Rhyme on Twitch and Ramroad on Cake with Dead Space. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care and bye bye. Did we raid? All right, we raided. Let's go.